The White House posted a meme honoring American military strength, and Hollywood lost their minds. Ben Stiller was outraged because a clip of his movie Tropic Thunder was used. Someone who hasn't been relevant in well over a decade was ready to tell you why the fair use meme was dangerous. By the way, these are the same people who cheer on every anti-American talking point that comes across their feed. But being included in a meme showing America's strength was somehow too much for them to handle.
Wake up, Daddy's home.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
I am the danger.
Yeah, you might have missed it. That clip went by very quickly. Now, this is the meme that was posted by the White House. Now, this is where we're actually at, where they're posting things like this. But it's amazing. So this video is showing lots of iconic clips throughout the years in cinema, as well as footage of things being taken out in Iran recently. There's a footage right there of a boat being demolished by a torpedo, but that was the White House that posted this. Now, the clip that came into question was this little tiny segment. It was a brief just flash in the whole video, but this, of course, was Les Grossman, the character from Tropic Thunder, portrayed by Tom Cruise, not Ben Stiller at all, but this was Ben Stiller's movie. And so he took to Twitter to make a big show of it. Ben Stiller saying, "Hey, White House, please remove the Tropic Thunder clip. We never gave you permission and have no interest in being part of your propaganda machine. War is not a movie." Well, war was in your movie, and that's definitely a part of that. But of course, saying that somehow they have to ask for permission for using iconic things, clearly not understanding how memes work, how the internet works, how any of this stuff works, or even how fair use works. This isn't replacing the original work, and this is not taking away from what he was doing or what that film it was intended to do, and is not taking audiences away from the film. If anything, it would actually boost probably a lot of the audience, maybe people remembering it and wanting to go back all those years and watch a film, by the way, that could never be made today. The characters that were brought in for that film, unbelievable. And with today's woke standards, they would never make a movie where a white man's portraying a black man in a comical way, using the flagrant use of certain words that can't be spoken today. But this is where we're at. Ben Stiller would not even make Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder is a piece of American iconic history at this point that he probably would even refuse to make. And that's where it is. Mario Newfall, excuse me, saying the White House just dropped a war hype video with clips of Breaking Bad, Star Wars, Tropic Thunder, and Iron Man to a Mortal Kombat remix. Ends with flawless victory, official government shitposting. This is where we are. This is actually where we are. And of course, the typical people freaking out, losing their minds. Ben Stiller to the White House, war is not a movie. And this is where people just get tired of it, right? People are just absolutely finished with Hollywood actors coming in and giving their opinion on stuff. They're meat puppets. Go do your job. Get out there, make your entertainment, and let people enjoy that instead of always remembering your face as that prick that just has all kinds of things to say against the average American person. But again, as I pointed out in the beginning of this video, this is the kind of guy that would cheer on most anti-American stuff that's going around these days. Not a great look, not a great look. And even Gene Simmons chimed in on this, saying, forget this, this is crazy, just stay out of politics. Breaking Kiss co-founder Gene Simmons says it's time for celebrities like Ben Stiller and Mark Ruffalo to shut the F up. People work hard for a living, and they don't want to be lectured by people who live in mansions and drive Rolls Royces. It's time to shut up.
I know right now Ben Stiller is calling out the president, saying he doesn't want him to use his movie clips for war propaganda. I mean, it sounds like a lot of people are kind of, criticizing Trump, like Hollywood right now, over this war thing. Is that fair?
Yeah, because everybody in the world should listen what actors and comedians say, because they're so qualified. Basically, shut the f*** up. Do your art and shut up. Nobody's interested in your opinions. That includes me. Who I vote for, who I like. Who the f*** do you think you are? People in America work hard for their living, and they don't want to be lectured to by people who live in mansions and drive Rolls Royces. It's time for everybody in the entertainment industry to shut their pie hole and just do your art. Nobody cares what you think. I don't.
Okay.
What will Mark Ruffalo, however the he pronounces his
Mark
name?
Ruffalo, yeah.
Look at Ruffalo, Buffalo. What does Mark think about politics? I don't care.
So you think celebrities should stay out of the politic talk?
Well, we
just
both
don't-
agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Or go to Kylie Jenner and ask her what she thinks of the war so far.
Exactly. Go ask these people. Now, famously, Ricky Gervais, when doing the Golden Globes, the last time he ever did it, last time he ever got invited to do this, gave this sentiment to them when they're accepting their awards.
So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and
Get out of here is what he's saying. Yeah, exactly. And screw off, go take your award, and that's it. And this isn't the only people that have ever had this kind of sentiment. I mean, here's a clip of Elvis saying this all that time ago.
What is your opinion of war protesters? And would you today refuse to be drafted?
Honey, I just seem to keep my own personal views about that to myself, because I'm just an entertainer, and I'd rather not say.
Do you think other entertainers should also keep their views to themselves?
No.
No, I'm not saying that. And why would I say that? Other celebrities have come out over the years and said similar things. They're entertainers, and that's not what they want to do. Here's Dolly Parton and a few others on this exact subject.
I'm not addressing that. I do not get into that. Of course, I have my opinion about everybody and everything. But I learned a long time ago, keep your damn mouth shut if you want to stay in show business. I'm not in politics. I'm an entertainer.
And yet, you're also a role model.
Yes, I am. That's why I don't...
What's your take on his job performance so far? Are you supportive of the way he's handling the office?
Why do you care?
I'd be interested to see what you think. And you've known him
It's
for
all nonsense. It's all clickbait. When I was first starting to vote, there used to be a curtain, and you voted anonymously, and you voted your conscience. And nowadays, people want to know who you're voting for. What the fuck business is anybody's? It's none of your business. That's why every person, one vote makes the difference. And you guys inflame the situation by asking people, so, who did you vote for? Who are you for? Why do you care who I like and who I don't like? I'm nobody. I stick my tongue out for a living. I would do that now, except the floor's dirty. No, don't ignore that. That was very funny.
What are you most excited about tonight?
I have a hot chick with me, and I'm set.
Who the hell would want to listen to an actor or a musician talk about politics? You know what I mean? It's like Ricky Gervais said, come up here, accept your little award, and f*** off.
Now, Gene Simmons has given his political opinion before, and let me tell you, it hasn't always been such a great take. Here's his opinion on mandating COVID, she says, and stop giving your opinions to people. Perhaps he should take his own advice. Here's other footage of him getting sick on stage and stopping the show. Hey, you should have had your vaccine, buddy.
We're going to have to stop to take care of them.
Stop being selfish, Gene Simmons. Nah, I joke. People get sick, and that's just the way it goes, and that's just life. That's just absolute life. But when it comes to political, discussion, one guy who's an actor who's always been very good on this is Kurt Russell. And one time he actually got cornered on The View, and he was told to he got put in a position where he had to give his opinion, and he did it in probably the most graceful way ever. And here is the scene. You can tell this is an old clip because Whoopi somewhat still resembles a human being.
Made some headlines for saying that you felt gun control laws wouldn't deter terrorists. Explain to folks.
Well, these are these things where, first of all, I was in a situation, we do what we call the dog and pony.
Right.
We're out doing the dog and pony selling a picture. And you get sometimes you get what you feel is slightly ambushed by somebody who's really got an agenda. And that's sort of, I think, that's my opinion of what happened to me the other day. the last thing I like to watch is entertainers or actors get political. It's just something I can't stand watching. So having said that, no, I was kind of asked to put it in context somehow with this movie. You know, my personal feeling is that there's a big difference between Fantasyland and reality. Fantasyland is what we do. You're either writing something, writing a song, writing a book, doing a movie, doing a television show. That's Fantasyland. And that's where that stuff belongs. In reality, when we're dealing with things like terrorism and whatnot, we're all going to have different opinions on how to do it and how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Mine happens to be that I think there's a very strong reason Founding Fathers had for the Second Amendment, and that is that no government ever hasn't had to fight its own people, and its own people hasn't had to fight its own government. We had our Civil War. If that Second Amendment hadn't been there, those people would not have had the opportunity to do what they considered was defending their life, their way, their style of living. So I agree with that. I think that's an important part of our existence, and it's basically that simple.
I think that people more object to the excesses of the Second Amendment, not the Second Amendment. It's these guns.
And that's where the debate comes in. I think it's too bad that the debate can't remain kind of civil too, and that's hard to do. It's one of those things that it's like I talked about. Sometimes talking about terrorism. Whatever we do, and we all have our opinion on that too. Whatever we do, we're a little late for the people who've died. And if you know somebody, or you know a child that was maimed in that situation, I got a strong feeling that one's opinion has a tendency to change then.
Yeah.
So I just leave it open for interpretation by all different people and just say we're all in this together and we're going to hear each other talk about it.
Is that the last time you're going to talk politics as an actor?
Till I'm asked tonight, I'll be asked in an hour and a half about it. Once they trot that pony out there, I gotta let it go.
But you know what? If we have to be in it with somebody, I'm glad we're in it with you.
Love you, baby.
I wonder if she still feels the same after 10 years. This is unbelievable to see that. But this is why I decided to launch this shirt. The gun control is actually learning to aim better shirt. It's on the store. Go help the channel out. You can support the channel by picking up a t-shirt here. And we're actually, if you're an American viewer, we actually now have it available on the Amazon store. The link will be on this site. So go check it out. You can go pick it up for Amazon to get yourself free delivery. That's the best way to go about it. But the war in Iran has always been a controversial topic from the beginning. Like most things President Trump does, they end up working themselves out in the end. If you want to learn more about why I believe this conflict could be over as soon as the end of this month, check out this video here. We'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.